Starting with just a single small ginger root like this, I was able to harvest a large number of new ginger roots, enough to use for many months. And with the simple growing methods I'm about to share in today's video, you can create your own small ginger garden at home and achieve an impressive harvest. First, I will prepare some straw and a plastic crate to start sprouting these ginger roots. I bought these ginger roots from a supermarket for just a few dollars, and I will use them to grow new sprouts and prepare them for the next growing season. Next, I will place these ginger roots on top of the layer of straw, then cover them with another thin layer of straw to retain moisture and create a suitable environment for sprouting. Now, I will place a foam box filled with water underneath, then position the ginger sprouting crate on top. I will also lightly spray the straw with water to maintain moisture and create favorable conditions for the ginger roots to start sprouting. The water underneath helps cool the bottom of the plastic crate and maintain better moisture levels, keeping the temperature stable and creating favorable conditions for the ginger to sprout quickly. 2 days later, thanks to maintaining the proper moisture and temperature, all of the ginger roots had started to sprout. At this point, these ginger roots are ready to be transplanted into larger pots or growing beds. Now, I will prepare the growing medium using some recycled materials that I already have available in my garden. These plastic paint buckets are very suitable for repurposing as long-term plant containers. Instead of throwing them away, I will reuse them to reduce plastic waste and make better use of old materials in a more environmentally friendly way. Now, I will cut away half of the body of this plastic bucket to create a plant container with a suitable height. Next, I will make several small holes around the bottom to improve drainage and prevent excess water from accumulating. After making the drainage holes, I will put the lids back onto all of these plastic buckets. Next, I will prepare a wooden rack and place all of the buckets on top. The cut-open side of each bucket will face upward. Now, I will fill these plastic buckets with soil. However, first, I need to prepare and improve the soil to create a suitable growing environment for the ginger. I will mix the soil with some rice husks and crushed eggshells. This will help make the soil looser, better aerated, and improve drainage. As the eggshells gradually break down, they can provide an additional source of calcium while also helping improve the structure and stability of the soil. Finally, I will place the sprouted ginger roots into the plastic buckets, planting only about 2 roots in each bucket. Keep in mind that the sprouts should be facing upward. I will gently place the ginger roots into the soil and cover them, making sure not to bury the sprouts. Next, I will reuse the straw from the plastic crate and spread it evenly over the surface of the soil. This layer of straw helps reduce direct sunlight, minimize water evaporation, and maintain stable moisture in the soil. 20 days after being transplanted into these plastic paint buckets, the young ginger shoots had grown noticeably and reached a much greater height. Some of the shoots had also started producing many new leaves, showing that the plants were adapting quite well to their new environment. By day 50, throughout this entire period, I had barely needed to do any additional maintenance on these ginger plants. Yet, as you can see, All of these plastic containers are now covered with lush green ginger foliage. This shows that the plants are growing vigorously and adapting very well to their new environment. The stems have also grown significantly taller and started developing in small clusters, forming thicker and healthier-looking ginger plants. At this stage, I will begin adding more nutrients to support root development and create favorable conditions for the ginger roots to form and grow. The ingredients I need are organic soil, well-aged cow manure, and trichoderma. I will mix all three ingredients together to create a nutrient-rich mixture before adding it to the containers. The well-aged cow manure provides additional organic matter and nutrients, while trichoderma supports the soil environment and beneficial microorganisms around the roots. Even though the manure has been well composted, using too much can still affect the roots. So I will mix it with a larger amount of organic soil to dilute the mixture and make it safer for the root system. Next, I will cut some of this grass. It grows abundantly in my garden, so instead of throwing it away, I can reuse it as an additional source of organic matter for the plants. After cutting the grass, I will chop the leaves into smaller pieces and spread them evenly over the soil surface. As the grass gradually decomposes, it will add organic matter to the soil while also helping retain moisture and prevent the soil from drying out too quickly. By day 80, you can clearly see that the ginger stems have grown much taller and thicker, developing into strong, healthy clusters. The foliage has also become lush and vibrant, covering most of the surface of each container. The leaves near the base of the plants are gradually turning yellow. This may be a sign that the plants are entering the final stage of their growth cycle and that the ginger roots are approaching harvest time. I will add a thin layer of soil to each container to cover the young ginger roots that are starting to emerge above the soil surface. This will help protect them from insects and excessive heat. Finally, I will water the plants to keep the soil adequately moist and provide favorable conditions for the young ginger roots to continue developing. After about 4 months, I can finally harvest the ginger grown in these recycled plastic paint buckets. From the outside, the difference is already clear. The stems and foliage have grown so tall that they are almost shoulder high. Looking closely inside the containers, I can see young ginger roots emerging above the soil surface with new buds beginning to form. Now, I will harvest all of the ginger roots from these containers. It is quite surprising that I can lift the entire ginger clump out in one go. Beneath the soil, the young ginger roots have developed into small, densely packed clusters, intertwined and firmly connected to one another. The roots have also grown deep into the soil, but because the growing medium has remained loose and well aerated, harvesting is still relatively easy. These young ginger roots have a beautiful appearance, with naturally pale pinkish-white skin that makes them look fresh and healthy. I will set these young ginger clumps aside, then continue digging deeper into the soil to see if there are any older ginger roots underneath and how large they have grown. Surprisingly, there are still many ginger roots deep beneath the soil that I have not harvested yet. These are mature ginger roots that have reached a suitable size for harvesting. Their outer skin is drier and smoother, with a noticeably darker color compared to the young ginger roots, showing that they have spent a longer time developing underground. And finally, this is the entire ginger harvest I collected after more than 4 months of growing. Starting with just a few ginger roots I bought from the supermarket, I now have hundreds of new ginger roots, enough to use for several months. What is even more surprising is that throughout the growing process, I barely needed to spend much time or effort taking care of them. Yet, the final harvest far exceeded my expectations. This shows that when it comes to growing plants, more care does not always mean better results. What matters more is understanding what the plant needs and doing the right things at the right time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.